Now which one of y'all hoes ready to clown with a nigga from the D-town? I put it down like Dre and Eminem. What I'm giving them, game that's infinite. Never forget me, bitch. Whether I'm rich or a pissy poor, whether I love all ladies or they just all whores, whether I rock the top in a dubbed out crew, whether I take you out to eat and order rat soup.
It's the Freaky Friday show, dude.
This is
What
the Freaky Friday
heck?
show? Holy shit, I made the Freaky Friday show.
You're gonna get me banned off the internet, dude. They're gonna say we're insurrectionists.
Well, you know, I had to wear my mask today because I went to the bank and they were not impressed.
You wore that into the bank. Shut the fuck up, Tech.
Well, I had to go fucking see if I had any money left.
And you wore that in there, and they didn't let you in there with that thing. They'd take you to the mental institute. Hey, tell me this, because you're in Canada, is it easy to get somebody in a mental institution there? Like in America, it's called the 5150. Is it easy because y'all have socialized medicine? I bet it's easy to get somebody like sent to a mental hospital.
Yeah, no. The problem in Canada is that because it's socialized, the government doesn't want to pay. So they shut down all the mental institutions and put everybody on the fucking street because it's not privatized like the United States. So no,
it's the opposite.
They shut down all the mental institutions and everyone's on the street.
Really? So that's why the healthcare is back, because it's all the mental health is shit.
Yeah.
But you're about to get the fuck out of Canada so far, right?
Yep. Pretty quick.
What would
Flying
be
to
your
California next weekend? And then I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Solar Return. Do you think they'll let me in with this mask?
100%. You could go buck naked and they'd probably let you in a Solar Return. There's probably a lot of, everybody's really easygoing in the truth community, because obviously we're like alienating ourselves from society by, having totally different viewpoints. Kyle, shut the fudge up. Guy, he's going crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the mic, but these cats drive me crazy. But dude, if you're going to come to America, like, I don't even know. I feel like this is what I'm saying. I love America. I'm Texan, tried and true. But Canada is like the future of the world. I mean, that's what the New World Order is. It's like already implanted in Canada. But Canada doesn't seem that.
And Texas is going to be the last standing state of the free world. And that's where everyone is going to die trying to fight for their freedom.
Yes,
so
but let's be real. What
do you want to live for?
No, but let's be based in reality. People are too stupid. They have face diapers on. Nobody's gonna be fighting for the reality. So I'm saying what the world's gonna be like is Canada. You know what I mean? I don't want the New World Order. The New World Order is fucked, but is Canada that fucking bad of a place? I know you're moving from it, but give me the real dope on Canada. I feel like this is what I'm trying to say. It has legal weed in a lot of places. It doesn't.
Yep,
it seems
everywhere.
Like
the whole country is legal weed.
It seems like a pretty nice. Everybody's pretty nice. It doesn't seem like it has a high crime rate. Like, are you worried about ever getting mugged or like shot on the street?
Wearing this mask? No, nobody's gonna fuck with me.
I'm being dead serious. Like, do you ever worry about, like, in Dallas, dude? I've had my car broken into. Have you ever had your car broken into in Canada?
Yeah, I've had my car broken into in Canada, but we're talking about a country with 10% of the population of the United States. So
what's the population? America's 350. What's Canada?
35, 38 million.
It's that little? So it's like Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Except look at how much land there is. So as soon as you drive out of a city, all you have is either mountains or prairies or forest.
Wow. I mean, it's more than Texas, but you know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's like Texas, Louisiana, and I mean, it's just a couple states. Wow, that's crazy. But still, I guess that's why they're able to have a socialized system, and it's kind of works successfully, I guess, because it's not that many people, probably. Is that why?
Well, that's it. Yeah, there's not that many people.
But they've
convinced, a lot of the, I don't know what you would call non-Coca-Cola friendly people to stop having babies, and yet they open up borders to, Coca-Cola friendly people.
Yeah, everybody
from other parts of the world. Like, it's so fucked up.
Dude, Trudeau, the China nickname for him is, I can't say, it's like potato. It translates to potato. They call him Little Potato, and his dad was Big Potato. But dude, Trudeau.
No. Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau's dad. You know who his dad really is, right? It's not Pierre Trudeau.
Yeah. What's it?
Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? I'm saying on paper, whatever, it's his dad. I'm saying that's what his dad, they used to call his dad. What I'm trying to say is not who his real dad is. I actually think it is. He looks just like Fidel Castro.
He is Fidel Castro. If you look at how many times, Mary flew to Cuba for a little reprieve. Come on.
I know. And why were they going to Cuba when there was like, Cold War going on with them? I mean, the socialism is so real that I guess they just had that connection.
I can tell you, Fidel Castro's bed, it wasn't that cold.
He's getting laid in the shade. He was probably getting it on like Donkey Kong. You know, I don't know. This is another thing that brings me to a point like Trump. I don't believe in the White House. He was like him and Melania were like getting freaky. Like I kind of think that too. Like if I was a president, I don't know how sexualized that would be. You know, you'd almost like turn your sexuality off. Do you think as a politician you'd be very sexual?
I don't think I need to be a politician to be pretty sexual. But
well, I know, but you know what I mean.
Look at Trump. I mean, those guys are getting laid.
You think like Trump was getting with Stormy Daniels, but I think once Trump got in the White House, this is what I'm trying to say. Before Trump got in the White House, he stuck his thing in whatever he wanted. He grabbed him by the pee. You know what he did? I'm saying once he got in the White House, I'm talking about once he got elected, and he had the Secret Service on him. Unless they had whores that they brought to him, I don't think him and Melania are on a business deal. They are not. There's no chemistry. Zilch. Zero.
That is a straight up business deal.
100%. They're too deep. And she had a kid with him, and she's beautiful. And I mean, who's she going to find better than him, and vice versa? So they can't leave each other. She knows that he's banging Stormy Daniels and giving her like $250,000 to talk about it to every newspaper. So that's how you know it's like, what the hell is that all about? But I forget what we were talking about. Trump though, about the sexual. That's what I'm saying. As a politician, I don't think like Trudeau. Is Trudeau? What's his deal? He has an ugly wife, right?
No, Trudeau's gay. He's in the closet. He hasn't come out yet, but he's 100% gay. That's why his wife. Yeah, no, they don't have sex. It's probably, probably not even his kids.
I believe you, and this is allegedly. We have to remember this is allegedly on the show. People get pissed, But wait, slow down though.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean,
no, I really pro-gay. If you're gay, that's cool.
Embrace it, then embrace it. Yeah. Admit it. Like, come on out, bud.
Is that really the rumor on him? I mean, that makes sense. I've looked at a lot of stuff.
Man, it's the truth.
He does look a little light in the loafers, but he's he's just such a freaking pussy, dude. I don't know why. He could be cool, dude. He could be like a real Barack or something. I don't know how to make him seem. He's just such a phony and a fraud. They say he smokes weed. Do you think he smokes weed?
I don't know if he's that cool, really.
You don't think so?
I don't know if he's that cool. I think he probably gets a little too paranoid with his own thoughts in his head, and he can't handle it.
Even though we're teasing him, he's probably okay guy when you meet him. If you think about him, he did the Indian blackface deal. He's probably got a little sense of humor. I mean, it's not his fault. His dad is Fidel Castro, and his other dad is the Prime Minister of Canada. It's not his fault. That you're gonna come up with a weird upbringing. So he's probably an okay guy if you meet him. But as a world leader, dude, he's such a bitch ass. He's like the definition of a all due respect.
Prime Minister you don't even Trudeau. Have to give him that much respect, because honestly, he is a bitch. He's a pussy, and his party is a bunch of pussies. I don't know how they're still in power. Well, I do know how, because they prorogued Parliament. They shut down government in Canada last year. All this shit that's been going on, all these laws that they've been implementing, not laws. They're writing up shit on paper and saying, yeah, follow this. They haven't voted on it in Parliament because there has been no Parliament. They prorogued it. They shut it down. So we haven't had an operating government. It's because
they haven't been able to get into the proper legislation to figure it out. I guess make the transition.
No, they won't go to government. They won't do it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But tell me this. So you were saying, and it was like really kind of heart wrenching. You're saying your girlfriend drove up there 2 days and they wouldn't let her in for DWI. And I had a friend that was on a family vacation, like a really nice, I forget where they're going, like Whistler or something, like helicopter skiing there, like a really wealthy family or some shit. It's not like they go on like one of these type of trips a year type, like week-long trip to Canada. And he like flew there and got to the airport and they're like, they didn't let him in, dude, because he had a DWI in college and he was like 20. And he got like, probation and got it off his record. I think this is like 3 or 4, this is like 2 or 3 years after, he was still a younger guy. He was probably graduating college. They wouldn't let him in on his family vacation. A kid. I mean, what's the worst thing this kid could do on a vacation in Whistler, Canada? You'd think they would be able to assess the situation and say, let him see Canada. I mean, this guy, he flew all the way here. Why are they so strict with that shit like that?
Yeah, I don't know. It is unreal. I've been talking to a lot of people about it. And what's insane is that I know people in Canada that have been arrested for, I'm not going to say heinous crimes, but pretty serious crimes, stuff that you would go away for years and years and years. And yet they've been allowed into the United States. And then on the other side of it too, people in the United States, they come into Canada. I know people in Canada right now that have serious criminal records in the United States, and they're here doing business. So honestly, you know what it probably is? It's the border guards, and you hit them on a day when you get a dickhead who just feels like, oh, I'm going to fuck with these people, and they have ultimate authority. So honestly, I think that's what happened, is that it was bad luck. So we're going to try again, but we're going to go, the route that we're supposed to and apply for all the proper permissions and everything and try again.
Well, dude, I mean, fudge, that is just such bullshit, dude. I mean, it's like, I would have got it if she had like something violent or something, I mean, actually like maybe it was an actual vehicular manslaughter, you know what I mean? Or like she actually got in an accident, but just a DUI, give me a break for somebody for international travel. I just think that's being too strict. So I imagine the laws in Canada are just going to get really stricter now. So like what happens if you get arrested for a DWI in Canada, it's automatic jail time probably?
No.
It's not?
And that's the stupid thing, is that I know people like my buddy the other day, he got arrested. They took his license. They said, all right, go home. And, he's got to apply for his license back in a month, but no criminal record. So it's absolute
What do you mean no criminal record? What the fuck do you mean?
No criminal record.
What do you mean? In Canada, there's no criminal record?
It's up to the cops to decide how bad they want to fuck you.
Wait, so you can get arrested for a DWI in Canada, and if you're like cool, they can. It's like
they give you a 24-hour suspension. They're like, go home, sleep it off. We'll take your license. Come back in a month. Get your license. Pay $1,000. Take this stupid course that says you won't drink and drive again, and then on your way, keep paying your taxes and being a good little slave debt.
Wow, that's badass. Yeah, I mean, fuck. I just don't want people in jail to pay for the people. They just keep them out of jail, probably.
No, it's all bullshit, man. Everything is a cash grab. Everything right now is a cash grab. So that's why I say, honestly, I think Texas is going to be the last freestanding state of the world. People there, that when they re-implement these COVID regulations and restrictions and shut shit down, the people there are going to say, we're done. We've had enough. And that's when we're going to see, well, we're going to see it. I'm not going to predict it. We're all going to go through it.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I'm really not looking forward to people are like looking forward to like some shit going down. I'm not really, but I am in Texas.
No, man, if you're in Texas, you're really close to Mexico, and honestly, that's my end game. And I got a boat down there, so if you want to come down to Puerto Vallarta, we can do your show from my boat. I got high-speed internet right to my boat.
There we go, dude. There we go. Tech talk.
Tequila. Fucking conspiracy.
I don't drink tequila, but you can drink. You can drink all the tequila. Maybe we'll get some devil's lettuce down there. And
I'll get the devil's lettuce.
There we go. In that mask, you got to smoke it with the mask on. You got to take bong rips in that mask.
Yeah.
So are you feeling okay? You feeling better? You're down in the dumps.
You know what? I put my glass of wine down, but I think I got to go get a straw because honestly, this one's not long enough to.
Just take off the mask, dude. Just drink the wine. Relax, dude. You're a handsome man. Look at you, dude. You got that good hair. You got
all right.
Dude, you got the nice Jason Statham hair. You got the, you got the tats. Dude, look at you. You got the cat dog in the background.
Oh yeah, this is Mason. Mason. Hey.
Look at Mason, dude.
Come here. Say hi.
Okay, Mason. What are we gonna do with Mason's gonna come on the boat though, dude?
He loves the boat, man. He is like first mate, skipper, pirate. This guy is amazing. And he's a great swimmer, which is not really common for shepherds, but he loves the boat. He gets on the boat and he just goes to sleep. He's like, rock me to sleep, baby.
Yeah, German shepherds are the best dogs. I mean, they really are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some of the best. Does your dog get excited though? When he gets excited, does he ever pee in the house, or is he?
Oh no, he doesn't pee in the house because I beat him enough, so he's good about that.
Yeah, I know, but my dad,
he goes ballistic anytime he hears anything that's not like normal in the house. Oh yeah, he's got to investigate. And if people come over, he loses his shit for like 15 minutes. He's just running around. He's like, "Look at me, I got my toy." Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, my dad has a dog. Like, if it gets like the other dogs kind of team up on him, he gets kind of afraid and pees. It's weird. And he's a German Shepherd. He's big. He's big as fuck. He's kind of a pussy, is what I'm saying. I don't know if that you'd think he'd be all tough. He's really a unique dog. Dogs and animals are lifeblood. They're like
100%.
You can almost argue, and that sounds sick, but I think I talked about it on the show maybe last time. It's like you go by a homeless person, you feel nothing. You watch a commercial of like cats in a shelter and dogs in a shelter. You just get the waterworks, like a broken faucet. You're like, ah! It's weird that we have this emotional response turned off or desensitized to see like the people struggling, to see actually humans struggle. But the idea of animals struggling is like heinous crimes. We've made up all these laws, which there should be laws, but we got all these rules to protect all these animals, and we spend all this money going to NASA. We like are so desensitized to helping each other. But it seems like Canada kind of helps one another, or no, not at all. No.
You know what? I mean, I think people all around the world are good, right? Like everywhere you go, people are good. And if you're in trouble, for the most part, people are going to help you out. Yeah, if you're in a bad place at the wrong time, you could get fucked with, and that just goes for anywhere, right? I don't think Canada's any more or less better or worse than anywhere else, but like I said, the United States has 10 times the population as Canada, so you're going to have 10 times the amount of everything, and that includes 10 times the amount of bad stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I grew up living overseas. I grew up in Africa and India, and I grew up in little villages where people.
So you're nothing. An Afrikaner, so that's annoying. I'm kidding. Sorry. So
no. I was born in Canada. I'm a Canadian, but my mom was born in Africa, and I grew up there. I grew up living in Ethiopia and Tanzania and India, and I grew up in places where people had nothing. And honestly, they're some of the happiest people in the world. You go into a village and all they want to do is bring you into their little mud hut that's made with sticks and mud and cow shit. And they want to feed you the little bit of food that they have because they're good people. People are good.
And what kind of food do they have? A chicken and some bag of rice? I know they're good people, but what kind of food do they have in their hut?
Well, I'll tell you, Ethiopia has some of the hottest food in the world. And
like spice-wise?
Oh, yeah. Like insane.
They do that on purpose because the food's probably shit, so they just add a bunch of spice. Yeah, that's just like a thing. They make it super. And you know why? Because when you eat something spicy like that, it's actually like a mechanism. It turns your body on. It creates a bunch of metabolic responses, but it kills your hunger. Like when you eat something super spicy, like you eat a super spicy wing, doesn't matter how hungry you are for wings. You're kind of like, oh shit, you got to drink a lot of water. You get full from that. So it's satiating. Spicy that's another like a diet trick. They say like eat a lot of spicy food, like with your eggs or something, so you don't overeat something. Because that makes you feel a little more satiated. So it makes sense. So Ethiopia, they have super spicy food.
And look at the Ethiopians. I mean, they're skinny, but they're also some of the fastest and, longest distance running people in the world, right? Like they win the Olympics year after year. So something's working for them. But so I grew up in different places, and I can honestly tell you that all around the world, people are good. And it doesn't matter where you go, people are good. But I do find that in the more developed nations of North America and Western Europe, people are disconnected from their source. They're disconnected from their families, and they're confused as to what our real meaning is, what it means to be a human. And, I was having this conversation with my daughter just a few days ago, and she was telling me how in one of her classes at school, the teacher was trying to convince all the kids in class that dogs didn't have souls. And I was like, really? Because have they never looked into the eyes of a dog? Like if you've looked into the eyes of a dog and you can't see love and emotion and a soul, then you're probably soulless yourself. You're an NPC.
And that was the teacher that was arguing that the dog had that. Yeah. Well, I've heard that argument before. I've heard it by a lot of Bible studies.
Really? Because I've always heard that dogs go straight to heaven. So
that's what they say to be nice, and I've asked that in Bible studies growing up, always to be like kind of.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is a Catholic school. This is a Catholic school teaching kids that no, only humans have souls and nothing else does. And I'm 100% against that. I do not believe that at all. I think that I honestly know that there's a God, but I don't think it's like some big guy in the sky watching everything. I think we're all God. We are all part of the source or the collective conscience, whatever you want to call it. And it's in everything. It's in all the animals. It's in all the fruits and vegetables, everything. You're all connected. And how you treat the world is how you get treated back in return. So if you're going to treat your animals like shit and then you're going to eat them, you're going to get cancer and die because you're eating bad energy. But if you have animals that you love and respect and they give you food in return through milk or cheese or meat, it's good food because it's love. So, you know,
I agree. I think that's like, I mean, even though I don't eat cow's milk, but I do eat some regular cheese now. I have always, but like, I don't think that's necessarily bad. Like, that comes from the cow. Like, I don't eat eggs, but people that eat eggs, I don't think that's bad. Like, I think that's them providing. I think that's okay. I don't think that, but I don't eat that. It's funny though, but I still think it's okay. Like, I think it's okay that you drink tequila. I don't drink tequila. You know what I mean?
I'm actually taking a break from tequila because I spent all last year in Mexico drinking a lot of it, and I'm
no. So you spent. So you were just on tequila in Mexico and hamburger in paradise, paradise. You're literally a cheeseburger in paradise, Jimmy Buffett song.
Yeah, yeah. I ended up driving down to Mexico
from Canada.
From
in
Canada,
what kind of car?
In my truck, my Toyota Tacoma.
And that car can make it
with Mason. With Mason.
And, with Mason, is it a 2-door or is it a crew cab?
It's the 2-door with the half doors that open up. Yeah, yeah.
So you got the suicide doors. So you got the suicide doors.
Yeah.
So you drove down there and it's a Tacoma 4x4 or no 4x4?
4x4. Yeah. Yeah.
And did you ever use it?
They closed the Canadian-U.S. border 1 hour after I crossed into the States. That's when they closed it. It was March 17th, Tuesday morning. And I remember I crossed into Washington and then I stopped, had a smoke. I was like, okay, I made it into the States. Good to go. And then I see on my phone, boom, Canadian-U.S. border closed. I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to drive. Like, I do not want to get stuck in the States right now. My family's in Mexico. I'm going to Mexico. I need to get there. So then I just drove. I didn't stop all the way straight south.
Dude, what was the first city you got to in America?
I avoided as many cities as I could. So I went down through the middle of Washington and then down through Oregon and then straight down through Nevada. So Las Vegas was really the first major city that I hit.
Wow. So you went through Oregon like that and then
drove all night.
Door.
I stopped for an hour at like 6 in the morning because I was hallucinating so bad. And I tried to sleep for an hour and then I was like, I just can't, because if I fall asleep and then I find out that they closed the border to Mexico, I'm going to be furious. So I just kept going. Lots of coffee. Made it and then kept driving, made it all the way to Puerto Vallarta. It took me 60 hours total time and it was 52 hours of driving.
Shut up, dude. You drove 52 hours straight. That's how I feel right now. I've been at this bail bond school. I've been up since 5 in the morning. And now I'm streaming. I'm like tired, but it's like I had to stream because I told myself I would. But
no, man, I saw your thing pop up and your Freaky Friday show. I'm like, awesome. This is exactly when shows need to happen.
But tell me, shut the front door. 52 hours, dude. Forget about my show. I mean, dude, 52. How many stops did you have to get gas? I mean, I guess you lost track probably. But
yeah, we were stopping every like 300 miles for gas and letting the dog pee and refueling.
You probably had to stop a couple more times because you had the dog, I guess.
No, he travels really good. Really good.
He does?
He's a great dog. Oh yeah. He just like he lies in the back behind my seat and then he leans his head on, in between my arm and my armpit, and I'm looking at him like, dude, are you really sitting there sniffing my armpit? He's like, yeah, I love it.
Wow, I just can't believe you did 52 hours. That's insane. But I mean, I guess if you get to the beach, I've never freaking
no, it was 60 hours total time, 52 hours of driving, so it was 2.5 days exactly. And then I got to Puerto Vallarta, got to my parents' property, and then I stayed up all night, drank 2 bottles of tequila with my friends, and just got absolutely smashed. Don't remember much of the next day, but that was my entrance. That was last March.
So how did your family get how'd they figure out Mexico so badass?
They looked all over. They were looking all over like Central America and even little bit of South America. And then they decided, no, Mexico makes the most sense because you can drive there and they're on the West Coast, Puerto Vallarta, so it's easy to get to from where where they live, Vancouver area. And it's friendly. Mexico's friendly, man. Like,
it is. No, it's badass. If you get in trouble, you can pay like $1,000 and you can get, freaking out of anything, DWI.
Oh yeah, $1,000. Like, try 200 pesos, man.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm saying, and like $1,000, so you could like get like out of like, I don't know, you can just get out of a lot. Yeah, I mean, literally, like, not a murder probably, but what the fuck? They probably want the publicity of catching a murderer, American murderer. But other than that, I mean, like Werner von Braun and them went to Brazil and South America. Like, I don't think you even need to go that far. I think Mexico is far enough, in my opinion, to get away, but maybe not.
Yeah, Mexico's free. Everybody there they're just living their life, right? And they're used to not living with a whole lot. So it's a different situation compared to here, where all of a sudden people have all these privileges that have been stripped away from them, and they're like, oh man, my life sucks so much. People in Mexico are still like, what the fuck are you talking about? I still got my tacos off the street.
They just want some cerveza, dude, and some tacos, dude. That's all they want. What is Tommy? I'm looking at Tommy. What is Tommy talking about in the chat? All caps locks. It's just being annoying. He's bugging me. We are legend. Rise on 99. I don't know what part in the show that he's even referencing, but I don't know if he's trolling or what. But Tommy, shut the front door. Are you trolling or not? Answer me in the chat. But dude, 52 hours. Okay, so tell me about your girlfriend. Though. How long did she drive? If you drove 52, what did she drive? 2 days.
She didn't drive down. She flew down there. And then, but we drove back up from Mexico to her place in Sonoma. We took our time, so it wasn't like a crazy drive. But I like the drive, man. It's fun. I
like driving too.
Yeah,
I'm kind of jealous in a weird way, but it's also, dude, that was hard. You had it on cruise control with the dog. Like, it is nice, but it's also a lot of freaking. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of ass in the seat to get there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, went down to Mexico and stayed down there for, well, pretty much most of the lockdown until September-ish. And then I had to fly back to Canada for work. And then went back down there in November, December, January, and came back in February. So
I've heard all that. You came back in February. Now,
when I was down there in March, my parents own this, I guess you would call it an Airbnb, but it's like an apartment building. Suites de Mita. Suites, like SUITESDEMITA, suitesdemita.com. $30 a night. Really nice place. 3 levels, right, by the beach in Punta Mita, which is about 40 minutes from Puerto Vallarta.
It's an Airbnb? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's an Airbnb.
And your parents run it?
Yeah, no, they own it. Yeah, they're actually selling it. So if you know somebody who wants to buy a 3-story, 14-unit Airbnb hotel with a palapa on the rooftop, Tech Talks, let them know.
And that's badass. Wait, Tech. So they're trying to. What are they trying to go back to Canada? Are they sick of Mexico?
No. They just want to downsize into something small where they don't have to deal with people.
The Airbnb,
right? Like they're running a 14-unit apartment building, so it's a lot of work. And my dad's 76, my mom's 66. Like, they're getting old. They want to chill. My dad wants to move on.
Your dad's 76 running that? Your dad's badass.
Oh yeah, no, he builds everything himself. Like,
and he's 76 doing that? Yeah. Does he smoke cigarettes? Does he drink at all?
No, he smokes a cigar every day though.
He smokes a cigar every day. Does he drink? Yeah. No, he drinks every day too.
He drinks like a couple beers every day, and occasionally he'll have a bender with rum and Coke. But
so he's not a huge drinker. But 76, he's still got his shit together. He's running like my dad's 65. I can see him in the next 5 years like still doing shit, but. In like 10, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's hard to decide our parents' mental decline or whatever, but it just seems like that's a lot of work running a mini hotel. I mean, a 14-unit hotel is fucking hard. Airbnb, make sure it's clean because people are going to complain, leave you bad reviews.
No complaints and no bad reviews. They love them, because it's honestly.
Well, they're probably professional though. They probably have a nice place, But if it was all shitty,
it's nice, but it's free, man. Like you walk in and you feel like you are. It's a total. You feel at ease when you go in there. Yeah, it's really cool. I want to get back there as soon as I can. But yeah. So, anyways, went down there, spent most of last year. Ended up meeting these really cool surfing cats from Vancouver Island that were there, and one of the guys was a tattoo artist. And so I'm talking to him about this tattoo that I had dreamt of for years, and he's like, "Oh man, well I brought my tattooing needles."
Was it a naked lady? What was it? Was it a naked lady? What was
I was like,
it?
"What? You actually want to do it?" And he's like, "Do you want to do it?" I was like, "Yeah, but it's fucking huge. Like, are we gonna do this?" He's like, "Let's do it." So we did it. We started, and it took 6 weeks, and it was all by hand, stick and poke, like
a tribal tattoo, a stick and poke tribal tattoo?
Tribal tattoo, stick and poke, 56 hours of tattooing over 6 weekends.
Shut the fuck up. Are you insane, Tech? What the fuck? You sat down for 56 hours and he chopped on you with a hammer and a thing.
Just no. So every day, every weekend, he would go and pick little sticks from the beach and pick out like little driftwood sticks and then attach his needles to it with rubber bands and then just sit there and fucking poke on my back. You want to see it?
Yeah, no shit. We had to see it. Yeah,
all right.
You look like it's The Rock.
Big. It's pretty big.
Wow, dude, look at that. Wait, wow. Dude, it's a naked woman that's a tree with and then you have the triangle, dude. You got the Trinity. That is crazy, dude. Wow, that's 56 hours. So that was longer than the car ride.
That was
Damn.
my lockdown tattoo.
And so what? Some Mexican dude say what he was at? He chopped on you with a stick?
I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, you didn't hear anything? So I'm saying it was a Mexican dude that chopped on you with a stick?
No, this is a Canadian guy.
That's really nice. I mean, it looks really, I don't know a lot about ink, but I mean, from distance in the webcam, it looked like some really nice artwork.
It is really nice. Like it's really detailed, especially around like the leaves.
It's a tree, but a woman. I mean, it's
yeah. And if you look at the base of the tree, it kind of looks a little bit like a round flat Earth. I don't know. There's a lot of imagery going on in there.
You got the AE map right there. You see that? I like that you got
the
AE map.
I got the AE map. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Is your dad a flat earther? No way. He's
no.
76
My
years
dad's not. No
way.
I'm not allowed to talk about it with my family.
No shit. Yeah, I don't talk about it. I mean, my mom's cool, but I mean, my dad.
Oh, my mom's super cool about it. My mom's totally open, but I can't talk about it with my sister or my dad. No.
Oh, is your sister a space nerd?
She just doesn't want to deal with it, right? And that's the whole. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, you know what? And this kind of goes in line with that comment that I made on the show the other day when I called in, and David Weiss asked me. He's like, you know, most important thing is your girlfriend a flat earther? And I was like, well, you know, I don't really speak for anybody else because that's not fair. Like, I'm not going to speak for somebody else. But the truth of the matter is that everybody is a flat earther, right? That's just the truth. Is because you can't not be one. Because once you figure out the truth that the world is flat, you realize that everybody on the fucking planet or the plane is a flat earther, right?
Well,
whether
kinda.
they want to admit it or
I disagree.
not. Whether,
I disagree.
It doesn't. It's not a belief thing, right? It's just it either is one or the other.
We're not moving.
It can't be both. It can't be
agree.
both, right?
You
can't have like, oh, I want to believe that I'm on a spinning ball, so I am. It's fine. You can believe that, but all that is happening is that people are refusing to look into it, and that's all it is. Because anybody that actually looks into it and tries to prove the globe will realize that they can't. So then you have to come to the conclusion that it's not a spinning ball, and if it's not a spinning ball, then it's going to be flat. What it is, we don't know, but we know it's not a spinning ball. So then when people make the statement like, oh, well, everybody is a flat earther, they just haven't admitted it yet. That's exactly the truth. Either you haven't admitted to looking into it, or you've looked into it and you've gotten to the point where you're like, I have to either come to the conclusion that it's flat, or you're like, I don't want to look at this anymore because it fucking blows my mind too much. Or people don't want to be alone, right? Because being a flat earther can be a lonely thing.
It's lonely for sure. But see, the problem is dude, people are not actually motivated to learn the origins of our existence, to learn the real shape of the earth, to learn anything about the earth. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is
because people don't want to look in with themselves. They don't want to look in with themselves and figure out who they are. what their real purpose is, what the meaning of their life is. That's just the truth of it. So they get distracted by everything else that's going on around them. They get distracted by fidget spinners and TV and, and it's understandable. But once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. You cannot unsee it. You can't take it back. So I tell everybody that.
But it didn't work on your girlfriend, though. Did she a flat earther?
She can't deny anything that I say, but she doesn't want to look at it. So that's why I say she won't admit it. And that's going to be the case for most people that just don't want to look at it, because it rings too close to, to home, to their heart, right? Because when you realize that the world is created and it is perfect exactly as it is, you have to come to the conclusion that there's a creator. Now, what that means...
Wait, real quick. What does she say about the moon landing? Does she believe the moon landing, that we landed on the moon?
I don't think she believes the moon landing was real.
Because I had a girlfriend that we used to fight about it, and she used to make fun of me about it. And but she was cool about the moon landing. So I just wonder what, like... So you kind of have to go in levels. Like, with a person that's not motivated to look into it themselves, they're not going to figure out who Dawn Pettit is. They're not going to figure out, they lost all the telemetry data. You know what I mean?
They have to actually put in the time. You have to put in the effort to look into it.
So you can't figure it out unless you're motivated to do that. That's the problem. So that's like when you're telling people, hey, we're not spinning. We're not on a 75% water ball. People are like, what do you mean? Yes, we are. Neil deGrasse Tyson told me. You're fighting this uphill battle because you don't have anything to motivate them to actually want to put their time and energy and effort into actually looking into what the Earth is.
And that is the case for, I would say, 85% of the population. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to look at the truth. They don't want to look at themselves, and they want to be told what to think and how to feel. And that's why the New World Order will probably succeed, because they're banking on having the majority of the slaves at their disposal. So,
well, you're already in the New World Order. You're in Canada, dude. Until you get out of there, you are in it.
I know. I need to get out of here.
I know. You need to get... I mean, they won't even let your girlfriend into Canada. That's the New World Order. That's fucked out. That's like too intense.
Yeah, I know.
I'd get the hell out of there and get to... Well, I mean, I don't know. I say that too because you probably have like a life there. You have a dog. You have a daughter. So don't get up and leave. I don't actually mean that. I'm talking hyperbole. You need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah. But, like I said, my life, I grew up different. I grew up moving all over the world. And if I want to pick up and move somewhere, I will. And my daughter's of the same cloth, so as soon as she's able to, she's going to be doing her own thing. So I'm not too worried about her. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, and I mean, what can you do? To be honest, I bet it's kind of hard being a dad to a daughter, to an adult daughter, kind of, or not adult yet, but like growing up daughter. Isn't it kind of hard to be a dad to a daughter?
Honestly, man, I lucked out.
Come on,
she's a great
don't
kid.
give me
She's
the bullshit answer.
Honestly,
you have to be hard. Because this is what I'm saying, dude. I grew up as a dad, and my parents got divorced when I was 11. I chose to live with my dad, and I love my mom. I mean, my mom could have raised me, but I mean, I just probably vibed with my dad more because he could actually spank me or kind of discipline me, while my mom couldn't. There is a difference. Like,
my mom disciplined me. My mom would.
Well, I'm saying, I bet you don't discipline your daughter at all, dude. Heck, I bet you don't discipline your daughter I can look at your ass right now and tell you don't discipline jack's fucking shit.
You know what? I have honest conversations with her.
You're the nice. That's what I'm saying. Honest conversations with a 10-year-old is not a real thing. She's 10 or whatever.
No. She's 15. She's 15.
Oh, she's 15. Okay, you can have honest.
The thing is that okay, so here's the truth. When she was born,
you're not a strict parent. I bet your 76-year-old dad was a strict ass parent.
That's the thing, is I don't have to be strict, because she has enough respect for herself and for me that she doesn't want to disappoint herself or me or her mom by doing stupid shit. She's a smart kid. And ever since she was born, I never talked to her like a little baby. I never went goo goo gaga. No, I talked to her like a real person. And so she grew up smart because she is smart. I didn't treat her dumb down. I didn't force her to become a flat earther. She figured that on her own. And when she did, I was like, congratulations. It took me
at that young, she could figure it out. I can't believe that. I mean, that's
she
awesome.
did. And honestly, I know that a lot of kids these days, they know the truth, but they're afraid. They're afraid to speak out because they get ridiculed. They get ridiculed by their own teachers. Their own teachers call them stupid in class.
Dude, everybody ridicules it.
Oh,
everybody, dude. You act like that's like something. I think you're confused. everybody thinks the Earth is flat. It's the opposite. Everybody thinks the opposite. But
anyways,
whatever.
I appreciate that you're putting on a Freaky Friday show. It's great. This is the exact time that I would put on a Freaky Friday show, and if I was able to, I'd be drinking tequila right now with you.
Why not? Where's the wine? Chug some wine. I don't drink anymore. Have some wine for me. What do you have on the back in that back? Are you trying to quit? What do you have in that backpack on the back of the chair? Why, out of all the places, you have that nice place?
Oh, it's just my laptop backpack.
Oh, that's
Nothing
why.
fancy.
I'm like,
no.
Well, I know, but it just seems random. You got all that room. You got that big map. You got all that. And you're hanging your backpack on that big ass nice chair. Look at that leather chair. You got a nice. This is like the last place. I would never. It's funny because I would like. I can't tell you. I got a chair that's had probably the same t-shirts on it for a month. Not that long. Probably a week. I hate putting shit up. Like after you do the laundry, putting it up. And I'm like, I wonder how long that backpack has been on there. Like, has it been on there?
I put the backpack on the back of my chair so that it doesn't collect my dog hair, because my dog hair gets on everything that's on the floor. And so if I leave that backpack lying on the floor, and then I got dog hair in it.
People are probably so bored. They're talking about, why are you talking about where the fuck his backpack is? I'm sorry. I'm a freak. This is a conspiracy castle. Sorry to cut you off, Tech. And we're talking about why the fuck your backpack's on there. But I'm a weirdo. I see it there. I'm like, he has room. I know he has a hook somewhere. I know. I'm such a psycho in my head. And it looks like a nice backpack. It looks like there's like some clips on it. Like it's tactical backpack. So it looks like there could be some gear. Like you said, your laptop. Like it's something's important in there. It's not just like, some clothes. Like it's actually something of value. But, I'm a freak, Tech. Well, dude, it looks like you're in a better spirit today. Yesterday, you were a little emotional. I was kind of worried about you. And you're calling in tonight, I was hoping you weren't. You looked like you're going to jump off the ledge a little bit yesterday. Not really.
No, I'm not jumping off any ledges. Well, no, I mean, I do jump off ledges, but I'm always doing it knowing that I'm going to survive whatever is coming, right? I'm never going to jump off a ledge to end anything. I'm going all the way. But no, I'm in better spirits today. Just taking it one day at a time, man. And
I can tell. That's all you can do. One day at a time. It's like sobriety or some bullshit like that. But that's the thing, is we don't live one day at a time at all. We live like in the future, or we live in the past, which is just a problem that we all have. Like, I'm not saying that I don't do. I'm
just trying to live in the present, right here, right now.
Yeah, that's the yoga lifestyle. That's what everybody says. You get your chi, the present, and that's what I try to do too. It's so much easier said than done.
Yeah. But anyways, man, I think you probably got some other people that want to jump on here, and
yeah, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm probably not gonna stream all that long tonight, just because I literally did this freaking thing. I just want to go through the news and kind of just come on for like an hour and a half, just because.
Well, man, I was digging the music that you were playing earlier, and
that's DJ Assault.
That's
DJ Assault, the good music. Okay, well, Tech, you're in a better mood. I'm gonna let you go. If anybody wants to reach him, you got a YouTube channel? You got anything where you want to plug?
Yeah, man, Tech Talks, the Everything Question Talk Show, or techtalks.com. Hit me up. I'm trying to do something here. I'm not looking to make a whole bunch of money. I just want to get people talking, man, questioning everything. And I'd love to come on your show again and talk and shoot the shit. Maybe get into something a little bit more serious and keep it light. And
well, we could have got serious. I'm surprised you weren't emotional.
I'm happy keeping it light.
I thought you were gonna come here fucked up. I thought you were gonna come here fucked up. I was kind of sad. I thought under the mask, I thought I was gonna get like this really Diane Sawyer type interview, like what's happening behind the mask. I thought you had to wear the mask because you're so emotional you couldn't. I swear the whole time I was like, man, he has the mask on because he's too fucked up, he's too sad. I swear I thought that, and then you took it off. I was like, oh fuck, he's okay. I was kind of sickly. I was kind of like, I hope he's okay, but I hope he's emotional too under the mask. I wanted something to be under the mask. I wanted you to reveal the mask and there to be a reason you had the mask on. You weren't just doing it for a goof. But it was a funny goof. But
it's a Freaky Friday, man. So I'm gonna get back to my wine.
Get the hell out of here, dude.
Now which one of y'all hoes ready to clown with a nigga from the D-town? I put it down like straight in Eminem. What I'm giving them, game that's infinite. Never forget me, bitch. Whether I'm rich or a pissy poor, whether I love all ladies or they just all whores, whether I rock the top in a dubbed out coupe